Cara here from Posh Cat Crafts. Nice of you to join me. We're going to do part 7 of our Gatefold album, and I'm hoping I'm going to get this finished today. Now, we are going to be working on the front cover today to get this finished, and also the closing that I'm going to use for our album. I've used this closure before on the previous Gatefold album that I did for Tonic, and I really enjoyed making it, so I thought I would do it for this album as well. If you've got here by chance to this video and you want to watch from the beginning, I'll put the link up there, and that will then take you to part 1 of the start of this series. I'll put the playlist link up there, so you just click on that and it will take you through all the videos so far in this series. So with that being said, let's get on and start what we're going to do. Now, I've already cut out the pattern paper for the one side of our gatefold, and all I've done is I've just used the layer die for the page and just cut out our pattern paper and inked and stuck that on. I did that off camera because I thought that's sort of something that is just really simple to do. So we're going to work on our front cover. Now, I've got a variety of different items that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use some tags and some dies that we're going to use to cut for our leaves, and some mulberry flowers that I've got. Now with these mulberry flowers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk them into some beeswax and then colour them with some mica powders to create a lovely sheen on them. So with that being said, let us carry on. Now this here is going to be my base for my front cover, so I'm just going to do sort of a mock-up effect of what I'm sort of going to do, and I thought I would get things, you know, some pieces in, but that might have to go somewhere else because of our, so you know, it could go, you know, sort of something like that, or underneath, just to give it a bit of interest on the front, like so. And then our flowers sort of around the edges. And I've got some different flowers that I'm going to use just to add some flowery goodness. Now I'm going to use some different companies die cuts today because I've got so many dies and I'm not using them, so I thought I will get them out in this video. So I'm going to cut a variety of these. I'm not saying that I'm going to use them all. It's just to give me an idea. So I'm going to cut these out of plain paper, and then we can colour them with distress inks or distress oxides or paint when we come to use them. So with that being said, I'm going to get die cutting. Right, to decorate them then, or to colour them, we want something that's going to be really quick to do. So the best way I've found is to use inks. Now I have got the new squid ink. They only came in the post today, so yesterday, so we can get them out. Maybe have a go at what these look like. I think that's all of them. One more hiding down the bottom there. I think, no, a few more. Ah, that's the nice colour I wanted, that one there and that one. So yes, so let's give these a try and see how they colour. I'm hoping they're going to, yes, they probably will sit with each other for storage. Just stick them over there. I don't need the purple. So let's cut these out. That's 1 and 2. Let's open them up. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice colour. And I like this as it's got the name on the front as well. And they all sit really nicely together. Now I am only going to use some fat foam to colour them with. Let's have a look. Let's go with the green. Oh, that's a nice green. Look at that. That's really nice. Okay, moment of truth. Okay. Yes, that's nice vibrant colour. I'm liking these. And good coverage. And let's try the other side. And that's like just a deeper colour. We can just use to add a bit of colour in with them. So, me likey these. Okay, this one is that colour. Yep, they're looking good. Well, the sun is shining here today in my part of the world, which is nice. It's been a bit overcast and dull here the last couple of days, so it always makes you feel better when the sun is shining. Cold, you can tell that it's becoming autumn or fall. Yeah, it's yes, just lovely blue skies and crisp, sort of that crispness to the air, which is lovely. Okay, right, I've nearly finished those. Okay, right, so thumbs up for them. They're a good one. I like them. So let's see that colour. Let's see if they stack. Yes, oh, they stack. That's really good. I like the way they stack like that. Right, okay, so let me just get rid of this because we're not going to use that. Now, when I say what I do sometimes with my flowers is I coat them in beeswax. Now I have got a tutorial on this, so I'm not going to go into too much depth. But what I use is I have got one of the range of melt pots that were for sale of quite a few years ago now, and I actually bought mine after going to a workshop with Hel Sheridan, and she was fantastic with doing them. And you can also do with the hot UT as well, with the ultra thick embossing powder, which you can coat you know, different things with, and just gives that glossy finish to it. With the beeswax, it just gives a very muted feel, and look to your flowers, and particularly with mulberry flowers, it just makes them look so vintage. It's really quite cool. So I won't go into in-depth tutorial on this because it is pretty simple. Now if you haven't got one of these, you can use a heat gun if you've got one of the powerful ones, like if you've got, excuse the state of this one, if you've got one of those, or the hairdryer types, not a hairdryer, but the you know, the ones that look like a hairdryer, you can you know, use that with a metal takeaway dish and put your beeswax into that, and then melt it underneath, and then you'll get your beeswax melted fairly quickly. But as I've got one of these, this is just easier for me to use. Right, you'll need a good pair of tweezers, and only ones that are possibly you know, old, and you're not going to use them again because they do get a bit gunked up. Unfortunately, there's no getting away from that. So all we do then is I'm just going to dunk them in, and then the beeswax will sink into the flowers. Now let me see if I can bring you down a bit. You have to excuse my mat here. It is an old one, and that's the other thing. If you use beeswax, I would use an old craft mat, or cut a piece off, because it's really difficult to get out. Because it's a wax, it kind of gets into the grains of your craft mat. So I would use an old one, or something, or an old piece of card or anything like that, which is, you know, you're not going to use again. Okay, so that one then is virtually coated. Now I'm going to just, hopefully pick it up, and these tweezers aren't the best, and just tap off the excess like so, and then I'm just going to leave it on my craft mat to dry. Then I'm just going to get the next one. This away over there, and turn it off so I don't forget it's on. Okay, and then this was the first one we did. Now as you can see on here, it's got a bit of excess beeswax, so we're going to get rid of that, and the only way to get rid of that is with your heat gun. Now it will get hot, and it will drip. That's why you've got your craft mat. And I don't know if you can see, it will start to melt and drip. You might not see it. Okay, I actually want to get rid of some of that beeswax so that it's not. There we go. So that's one. So let's work on the composition of our the front cover. Now I'm going to back these tags with some craft paper that I've got. Let's see, that's a bit of an offcut. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink the edges, and also I'm going to distress the edges as well. So using your scissors, just distress these edges so that they create a distressed edge. There we go. So that's one, and then the other. You might go where your scissors cut into the sides. That's good because that just creates more of a feature. Right, so that's them done. So then we need to back them. So we're going to stick them down, and then I'll cut round them as after we've stuck them down. Okay, so we want to go with that side. Okay. And then the other one. Like so. And then I'm just going to rough cut up to break these two up. 1, 2. And then I'll cut them a bit more. So that's one, and now I just need to, that's not, there we go. Next one. Sorry about that, that's my mad dog. As soon as she hears anybody downstairs move, she's on high alert. Okay. She's the one that when you come in and she hasn't seen you for 5 minutes, she will look around for anything that she can put in her mouth that she can bark with. I'll have to take a video and show you. It is quite funny. Right, so I'm just going to distress these edges here now as well, just to make it a bit more uniform. You might have to be a little bit more rougher with this because obviously it's card, so it's a bit more robust. That's one. Excellent. So that's then our tags done, and then they can be positioned onto the front cover, and I'm going to put that's going to have to go at the top, I think, because I don't really want to put too much around the middle because that's where our closure is going to be. So that looks okay, like so, there, and then with our, so that might need to just come down a bit, like there, and we'll put that there, maybe come out a bit, like so. There, one. Right, so we can now start to think about sticking these down. Now I'm going to obviously stick this down first. Now you can use multimedia if you've got that. I just find that's brilliant, but it just takes so long to dry, and I need it done now type of person. Okay, so stick that down, and this can go on for the top. Put a bit on there just to hold that. Now I will put some behind that metal embellishment because I only put it along the bottom, so we'll just dab some on there. Right, that will eventually stick, I know it will, but to help it along, my trusty binder clips. There we go. Okay, then this needs to go, it's just going to go there. So that is there, like so. I might put something just there. Okay, I've just got a selection of things that I've got in my stash. I wonder if that would go. It's nice, but the only thing is I don't want it to interfere with, although that looks quite nice at the bottom. So I think we'll put it there. So that's going to go there. Then we've got this that can go there. That wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Just there. And then our flowers and then that should be stuck now. Our flowers can kind of come down and sort of around. Right, so I've got what I actually want to do with my piece. Now for our mica powders. Now I have got quite a few here that I've sort of been hoarding over my crafting life, and I think we're going to go with sort of a goldy colour. I quite like this gold, sunny golden sparkle, and this is a cosmic shimmer one. Now I use a special brush for my mica powders that is only used for mica powders, so it's not had any water on it or anything. It's Perfect Pearls one, it came with a set of Perfect Pearls that I had. There's that, and there's a tiny one as well. I tend to only use that for this. Now what I tend to do, I don't know if you saw that then, is I just dab the tip of the brush into the powder and then I tap it off into the lid, and then, because as you can see there, I've got now quite a bit of powder on the lid, which I don't then need to keep going into our pot. And then all I do is I just pass it over the beeswax, and it tends to stick and if you've got sort of raised bits in there, it just gives the beeswax like a shine. It is truly amazing, it really is. So I don't know if you can see that shimmer. I can hold you up. That there's not got any on, and then this one here has. Can you see? So, and it also makes them a bit more sturdier as well. So we'll keep going. And then the flowers. So I thought I had two of them. Did I have another one? Yes. Right, so this is what the flowers look like without the mica powders or perfect pearls on, as you can see. Right. Let's get ready to show you the magic. It's sort of like gilding wax for flowers. Okay, so that one has got it on, and then this one hasn't. I don't know if you can see the difference. I'm hoping that that's picked up on the camera. I really am. Okay, right, I'll do the rest. Now this works with a lot of the different colours as well of your mica powders. So, you know, try them out, whichever ones you've got. Just try different colours out. You'll get different results. Okay, there's another one. Now you can see on that one the shine. Apologies if you just heard that noise. That was my husband is home, so he's just started our lawnmower, so he's obviously going to mow the grass. Why is it that as soon as you get some nice sort of weather, nice crisp clean weather, people want to get out in their gardens, don't they? Okay, so they can go back in the pot. Now I'm using hot glue to just stick mine down because it's quicker, and you know, it's just instant stick really, and with the flowers that's really the best way you can have it. So that can go there like that. Now what I forgot to mention on our flowers is to try and leave this part here clear of no beeswax, because once you put your glue on it does tend to slide about. It needs to separate it to get it to stick, so just bear that in mind. Just sort of a little top tip there. So I'm going to cut that off because I don't really want that on there, and that can go there. Might put that one sort of go there. got a bit of glue there. There we go, and get that off. There we are. Oh, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong here, doesn't it? Okay, I found it. So I'm just going to use some Cosmic Shimmer just to get this stuck back. There we go. Okay. There. I'll put something over that so that you can't see that join. See, there's always a fix. Okay. Maybe put that tiny little flower on. Yeah, that will go in there. There we go. So we're getting there slowly but surely. And I think we're going to come down here. Like so. I haven't put very many flowers on. Or big flowers, should I say, more than anything, because we really want this to sort of be quite subtle. I can go just there. Okay. And then I might put in a few more leaves, but take them off so that they are just separate leaves. And then they can fit in up there. There, and there. And I might get another one. Let's try this glue. Sort of downwards. I'm sticking to my fingers now. That's it. In there. Oh, that's not going to stick. So hot glue it is. Oh. Oh, it's not wanting to stick today. Come on. That's enough of that. Do as you're told. There. Right, so hopefully that's then stuck down. And we've got some little keys that we can put on just to add a bit more interest. Now with the keys I'm going to use glossy accents because that sticks these metal down pretty nicely. And nope, ungunk it. Okay, so just put your up the part of the key, and then we can just slide it in there. So it just sits, so it's just sitting in there, but you can just see the top part of the key. That isn't stuck, so that could, right, so take that away. Let's try that bit. Yeah, that's quite nice. Put that on, or we could put it underneath. Go underneath? No, but I quite like that, so we're going to put that bit on. Now I don't want to come any further down because of our band for our the belt, the book belt, because we obviously need this part here free. Okay, right, we've made our front cover, and I've attached it now to the front of my book, and I'm just going to leave it for a little while just to you know, get to adhere. Right, we're going to make our book belt now. Now I've already cut my piece out ready, so I've just used a metal belt buckle here. I've got these from one of those websites that are in China, and I just searched for the metal belt buckle, and they came up, so that's where I've got the buckles from, in case you wanted to get these. I also think Tim Holtz do some buckles as well, so maybe check out that as well. And then what I've done is I've just folded it over the bottom part of the buckle, and then affixed it with some super glue, and then I've just used a stitch stamp that I've got, and just stamped some stitches to make it look like you know, so it's faux stitching, so it just makes it look like I've stitched it. And then I've used my chomper to my eyelet chomper to chomp out my holes, and then I've chomped them out at a ½ inch between each of the holes. Now you're not going to need the 3 holes, but it just adds to the effect of a belt. And then we'll sort something out in a moment with the ending. So I measured my belt around my book before I put everything on, so that I knew that it was going where to put my first eyelet. Now let's get, I'm hoping I'm going to get 3 the same. Yes, I think I have. And then what we do is we just pop them in. Remember, because I've got 2 sides to this, this is like the leather side, and I quite like the suede effect on the other, so that's what I'm going to use. So then just pop your eyelet in your hole, and then chomp down, and then it creates the, obviously that's on the back, but it just creates that nice finish on the front. And one more. And then close your book up and get it where you want. Oops, turn it around the right way would help. There we go. I'm all 6s and 7s today. Oh, nothing is going right. I'm so sorry about this. There, I think I've got that one now. There we are. Right, sorry about that. Let's try again. Okay, now this goes through. And then pull tight. And then that's our closure. Now you can have it a bit there. That is good. Excellent. So I'm going to make this a bit short here. So like that. Then I am also going to see if I can find, I had some book corners. Don't know if it was these, I think. This one. Yeah. So then what I did was I kind of just gauged that and then just chopped off one side and then the other, and then I kind of just fitted this on the top. I might put a bit of super glue in just to keep it secure, and find what's done with it. I hate super glue. There, then that creates then a nice sort of closure or ending to our belt. And so that there is this bit finished. So you open it up and push it through, and there you have it. So I'm really pleased with that actually. It's really worked out well. But I'm going to leave that here for this video, and then when we come back we've just then got the back cover, which I'm just going to do plain. I'm not going to put anything else on the back cover apart from maybe who made it, me, and my stamp. And then we've got the spines to do. Now the spines I'm going to make up a little like a little dangle that can dangle down, but as I say, that's on the next video. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment. I love to read everybody's comments, and as I said in previous videos, I try and reply to all of them. If I haven't replied after a couple of days, then please give me you know, message me again, and you know, it's because I've missed the message. It's not because I'm ignoring you. If there's anything that you want to know, you're not sure of, that I haven't covered in the video, again, please message me, let me know, and I will try and help as much as I can. If you want a couple of Facebook groups that you'd like to join, I'm part of a Facebook group which is called Junk Journals and Mindful Mixed Media Art, and it was started by my dear friend Louise Withers, and the group is growing each day, so come and join it. It's a really friendly group. We'd love to have you join our group, and then you can maybe show whatever you've made. It doesn't necessarily have to be a junk journal or an album. It could be any art that you're interested in or that you've done. The other one, which is really good, which is Making Memories with Jodie, and that's on Facebook as well. Again, lovely group, really helpful. So with that being said, I hope again you like this video and subscribe. I'm very nearly getting to 1,000 followers, so I'm extremely humbled and honoured that so many people have subscribed over the last couple of months. It's been amazing. So thank you if you're already a subscriber, and if you're not, please do, and then you'll be kept up to date with all my crafty videos that I have in the future. When I reach 1,000, I am going to hopefully do a giveaway. So if you know any friends that are into memory books, please share my link, and then I can do my giveaway. So with that being that, I will see you on the next one. Bye.